Good evening and welcome to the news. The Minister for Finance, National Planning and Trade, Najib Hassan, says that there was no need for him to declare when working on the 2025 budget that he will be the new CEO of Cable and Wireless. This was in response to a statement made by the leader of the opposition in the National Assembly, Sébastien Pillet, that the minister should have declared a potential conflict of interest since the budget contained tax incentives that will help companies with their digital transformation. Minister Hassan has highlighted that those tax incentives are for all companies and that there is no tax reduction for telecom companies. The Social Affairs Department is to establish a crisis center by next year. The Principal Secretary for Social Affairs, Linda William Melanie, said that the center will respond to the needs of people in situations of emergencies that happen primarily after working hours.
When we are dealing with child protection cases, sometimes the cases are referred to social services after working hours, and also there are other conflicting issues happening in the family that requires intervention after working hours. So there is a need to respond to the crisis that arise after working hours. So in having looked at all these factors, we did submit our proposition to have a facility that will address these issues and to ensure that we give the best service possible. And we are getting 6 million rupees to start the project later during the year so that operation can start in 2026. The operation will see a shift in the way we provide services. We will have staff working on shift work instead of the daily 8 to 4 duty. And we will also, the facility will also see a system whereby we can operate our children's helpline without the staff having to work from home. So the staff will be in that facility that we are calling, naming a crisis center. And this center facility is to be built close to the new Perseverance police station, because in dealing with these issues of child abuse, domestic violence, or other crises, we work closely with the police. So we will be closer to respond to the needs of the different issues that arise.
The Seychelles Port Authority has given an update on the new parking lot of approximately 6,300 square meters near the Inter-Island Quay. The parking is expected to accommodate a minimum of 250 vehicles when completed. The Chief Executive Officer of the Seychelles Port Authority, Sonny Payet, says that the parking project that began last year is expected to be completed in early March this year. He said that there are great demand for such facility in the vicinity of the Inter-Island Quay, where customers park their vehicles when going to the inner islands. And upon their return, he said at times they found that their vehicles had been vandalized. The parking will be equipped with an automated system like several other parking services across the country. And the Seychelles Port Authority also said that there will always be security at the parking. An emergency reparation work is being undertaken on the clock tower to repair some damages incurred after a car collided with a fence surrounding the clock tower and overturned this morning. In a press communique, the police said the driver, a 24-year-old man from Saint Louis, was brought to the Seychelles Hospital for treatment and then released. The National Heritage Resources Council is financing the cost of the reparation on this national icon and monument. The authorities say there was no damage to the outer structure of the clock tower, but the impact of the accident has required that some work be done to the clock tower and the fence that protects it.
The main damages that has been done on the clock tower itself It's mainly on the fence. We need to restore it ASAP. So we have already contacted the contractor. The restoration work will be done by tonight at 6 p.m. For the light issues, the impact of the accident has triggered the light to go overboard. So we have called the electrician, which has already mitigated the situation, whereas for the clock itself, the mechanism is working fine. Apart from the mechanism, we have to solidify the masonry work and the self itself. We have to remove one, which has completely damaged, and conduct the welding on the fencing and the solidification of the work as a whole until the restoration work is being undertaken in February for the whole clock tower itself, as we intend to uplift the clock tower and conduct the other restoration work on the body of the clock tower itself.
We've come to the end of this news summary. Thank you for watching. I will be back with more news in Creole at 8 p.m., so stay tuned.